All right. Well, welcome to another episode of Money in the Bank with Frank. It's I'm wearing my spooky t-shirt today because not because of Halloween, because it's open enrollment, and that's a scary time of the year. You don't want to miss it. If you do, you got to wait a whole year. So why don't we start with the disclosures, and we'll be back with more. Well, my name is Frank, as you all know. I'm here to guide you through some important considerations for this year's open enrollment. As you know, I'm a certified financial planner and licensed in many different things, but I'm not here to give you investment advice. Please talk to your financial advisor. But generically and basically speaking, it is open enrollment time, which means that you need to check with your HR department, log into your portals, go to your different places, none of which of those companies are sponsors, but if they'd like to be, feel free to call us here at the Merge. Starting off with health insurance, consider your current health needs and those of your dependents. Has anything changed this year? Do you have dependents? Are your doctors and preferred healthcare and medical facilities in network? Make sure to review the coverage options available and assess whether you need a high deductible health plan with an HSA or a more traditional plan. So on retirement accounts, I was at this event recently at a big employer here in town who had an amazing plan, but one of the problems is that, they had an option for an HSA, HRA, FSA, and with all these initials, it's hard to tell which one you're supposed to do. And, some of these are tricky in that you are contributing to a plan where you might have a flexible spending account, or you might have a health reimbursement account. Your employer owns one and it doesn't own the other. And if you're contributing to one that doesn't roll over, you are contributing to a plan that basically is going to take all the rest of your money away. And if you have one right now, check and see what your balance is and make sure you spend that money, whether it's on some prescription meds, prescription medical equipment, whatever it is, make sure you spend that money. Otherwise, it's going to your employer. Please take a look at that. That's so important, because I saw somebody that had $2,400 saved up in this thing, and they're only going to be able to roll over $600 of it. And if they didn't spend that money, or if they don't spend that money by the end of the year, it's gone. Bye-bye. You saved all that money for the year, and now it's going to your employer. Let's not have that happen. Next, we move on to life insurance. It's essential to assess your coverage. Has anything changed in your life, such as marriage, birth, or significant events that may want to adjust your coverage? Have you been divorced and now you need to change your beneficiaries? The number of times that happens is truly staggering. I'm going to use some different numbers throughout this episode, and it's, not necessarily perfect, but, say 20% of us don't make it to normal retirement age. That's either you don't make it at all, or you get disabled, or, other events happen that keep you from making it to retirement age, such as an illness. So keep in mind, these are the times during the year that you have the ability to adjust for that risk. Consider whether you have enough coverage to provide financial security to your loved ones in case of the unexpected. Do you have young kids that have a number of years before they're going off to college? You need to make sure that you have enough insurance to pay for those life events. Don't overlook disability and long-term care insurance. A lot of these policies are tied into your benefits. They're very difficult to get on your own, and they are amazing opportunities. If you're in your, mid-years, they become really, really important. These policies can protect your income and your assets in the event of a disabling illness or injury. You need to review the terms and conditions. You got to make sure that you have the right waiting periods and the benefit amounts that you need to ensure they align with your needs. Keep in mind that different types of jobs, if you're a doctor or a lawyer, if you're a professional, you may need different definitions. Like, do you want your own occupation coverage or any occupation covered? Can you do anything? In which case you wouldn't get paid anything if you could do something. Or do you want something that just says that, hey, I'm a surgeon and I'm not able to do surgery anymore, but I'd still be able to teach? Well, make sure that you get coverage that says that if you can't do surgery and you do teach, that you still get compensated for what you would have gotten paid had you been doing surgery. And you can put that across any medium, whether you're an attorney that has trial versus someone who's going to end up teaching. Same thing for any and every type of industry. If you have disability, long-term care, do not overlook them. They're very important. Next, we move on to vision and dental. These are ancillary products that sometimes you've got the option. A lot of people take the vision and dental because they seem pretty inexpensive. But if you don't use vision, if you don't use dental, these are sometimes easily self-insurable. If you're just going to go in and get a pair of glasses for a couple of $100, but you're paying $12 per month, you may be able to just self-insure and not necessarily have to spend that kind of money and self-insure on that. But if you have a family, bunch of kids, probably worth it. So pay attention to those. Now, let's talk about some pitfalls that we want to avoid. Now, be cautious about selecting the lowest premium without considering the coverage. A plan with a low premium might have deductibles or limited provider networks. And this is critical. If you're used to going to the same person all the time, you really like that physician. It's like dating. You find one you really like and likes you, maybe they'll keep you alive longer. Make sure that provider is in your network. Avoid double coverage. You may have a spouse that also has employer-sponsored benefits. Review their options. They're going to be going through open enrollment as well. You may not like your policy. You could waive your policy and go on their coverage, or vice versa. They can come on yours. Sometimes it's cheaper to have you on your policy and then your spouse and dependents on a different policy. You could do all that math. Talk to a financial advisor. If you don't have one, feel free to reach out to me at FKushner@TAMGMT, and let's go over it. Consider the long-term implications of these choices. For example, some health plans offer health savings accounts. Great, by the way. I love HSAs. They can provide a tax advantage and savings for future healthcare expenses. These plans are wonderful if you are able to take advantage. If you're already in your advanced years, the HSA may not be option for you. But if you're younger, maybe a great opportunity for you. In conclusion, open enrollment, it's a crucial time to assess your financial well-being. Make decisions that align with your current circumstances. I encourage you to reach out to me or your HR department if you have any questions or need personalized guidance. Remember, your choices today can have a significant impact on your financial security tomorrow. Thanks. That's what we have for today. Take care.
Hey, thanks for watching The Merge. We've got a ton more stuff for you to watch on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, everywhere. Check us out.